Nice, thanks. Well, I did. It's not like that's fake. People are allowed to do that, right?
Yeah, of course they are allowed to do
No,
that.
you're not allowed to urinate, Chris. My
And
name's
that's
Long.
yeah, but that's why we're not. Oh crap! Hold on, everybody.
Did you already break it?
No, my. Okay, there we go. My sound was on the computer,
Yeah.
and so now are you okay? Oh, Chris is getting us around here, and we are.
Let you guys
gonna
fight
do-
over.
No, I don't like the cold one.
All right.
I want it room temperature. It's not hot enough.
Okay. So we are a little bit behind today, but there is so much going on in the shop, and there's so much stuff to talk about. I want you guys to everyone have a beverage ready, and everybody, do get what they're gonna get, front and center. Okay. How are you doing, Chris?
Just fine and dandy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you look cool today.
Thanks.
You said that you looked a little bit like Dan Haggerty.
Maybe.
So hold on. I was laughing. People didn't hear me. You were telling me earlier today that you thought you looked a little bit like Dan Haggerty just because you're so grizzly.
Because I'm so grizzly and my hair's out of control. My hair is out of
Yeah.
control.
So for those
And,
of you who
yeah.
weren't around in the 70s, Dan Haggerty was on a TV show called Grizzly Adams, and he was like, he kind of would hang out with bikers and stuff, and he
In real life, not
Yeah,
on the show.
yeah, not on the-
On
no,
the show,
no.
he just
No,
hung out with a bear
bears.
and Uncle Jesse, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was sort of like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but just like a regular guy.
And I think those two actually hung out together.
Did
too.
they?
I
Okay,
think
yeah.
So, yeah. And he hung out with Evel Knievel and Robbie Knievel.
Yes,
and,
yeah.
And he was in Muscle Beach Party as a muscle guy.
Yeah, he
and-
was not a small man.
No, and I wish I looked like Dan Haggerty.
He's what the men in certain bars would call a bear.
I don't
Yeah.
know anything about that. But if you guys,
It's sort
if
of-
any of you
sort
guys
of
who were
wrecked it here,
alive
yeah.
in the 1970s think that Chris does or doesn't look like Dan Haggerty, please leave us some comments and we'll be happy to read them if we see them. I don't see a whole lot of things because I get talking, and you know how that goes. Shit happens.
I think somebody's going to say, I knew Dan Haggerty and he was a heck of a guy, and another person is going to say, I knew or I met Dan Haggerty and he was a jerk.
I don't know what I don't
didn't
know that
either
they'll
one of
do
those
that.
things, so I don't know.
I don't know that anyone will do that or not do that. But
Seemed like a nice enough guy to me.
well, I think that you do look a little bit grizzly, and it suits you.
Thanks.
So not everyone knows this. When you and I first met, we both had like crew cuts, basically, or like very
Yeah.
not high and tight, but very close
Yeah.
to the skin hairdos.
Yeah, I get a haircut every 3 weeks.
Yeah,
And there was very, very little hair in my bathroom.
yeah. Now it's a whole different thing, and neither one of us had beards or mustaches.
No.
Yeah, for a while there, I just rocked that like soul patch thing. That was a dark time for me, but yeah. Anyway, behind the camera is the always lovely, always alluring, always charming Mrs. Texas Toast. She will be
Trying to
she
get
will be
your
heard and
questions
not
in.
seen.
And I'll be trying to get your questions in when Matt takes a breath.
That's a mighty tall order, I've got to say.
I have to say, I think Chris looks like a Civil War colonel or something.
I have my
Maybe Colonel Angus.
I forget
Colonel
what it
Angus,
says.
that's what I've been calling you.
Mine says you look like a vampire, or I forget what.
You look like Crazy Mel Gibson and some sort of vampire.
Yeah, that was your sister
That was my
said
sister
that about
that,
this
yeah.
picture.
Uh-huh.
Dave Hokinson said, "Happy Sunday!"
Happy Sunday to you,
Exclamation point
Dave.
times
Dave.
three.
Thanks for the super chat, brother
Yeah,
man. That's
yeah,
very kind
yeah.
of you.
Dan Haggerty became a New Age minister and hung out at Bunny Ranch.
I did not know that. Is Dan Haggerty still alive?
No, he died.
What about John Fogerty?
John Fogerty is still alive. I don't
Okay.
think I look anything like John Fogerty.
No,
Does
I
he
don't
still
think
have that
so
house
either.
in Boulder by where people jump off the cliff there into the water?
I think that you're thinking of a different Dan.
Dan Fogelberg.
Dan
Yeah.
Fogelberg,
okay.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about today, Chris. One, of course, is, guys, there are still 2 spots left for the build and paint custom guitar with Mike Learn. And if you're interested in that, please send me an email. I've gotten a handful of people who, we're like, oh yeah, I can do it. No, I can't. So if that was the thing that you are still interested in doing, let me know. And in the email form, don't call me. Don't because I'm taking tomorrow off, and you're taking tomorrow off, right?
Yeah.
And I'm actually gonna do some like not work stuff tomorrow. Mrs. Toast
Really?
does have well,
Good.
not all day. But so like Carrie Ann has some stuff for me to do that's like work related and tax related. But other than that, I'm gonna try to like relax tomorrow and not come into the shop and get covered with dust.
We had a big week this week. We did 2 online training classes,
What was up with that?
which was one too many.
No, that was fun. It was a fun.
It was fun, but it was a lot. We did a build a guitar body with tools you should own
Yep.
class, and we did it Thursday night from 5 to 7, and we did it yesterday from 1 to 3, and that proved to be a lot of class.
Yeah.
And so that was fun.
But it was fun, and
they are fun.
And all the guys
Don't
had a
get me
good time,
wrong.
I think, and
Yeah.
I had a good time, and you know,
But it was a lot.
Yeah.
And we were busy. You know, we did Friday, and it was just there's a lot going on.
mm-hmm.
You know, Richard Ryan was in today, and he's like, I think you guys are working yourselves to death.
That's sometimes that people don't get that. You know what I mean? Like if you have a regular Joe job, you don't get it's like there's a disconnect between how much you have to actually work versus a Joe job and your own business.
Yeah.
Especially one like ours, which is for all intents and purposes a fledgling startup.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You and I have been building guitars for a long, long time.
Yeah.
But as far as Texas Toast being a real big boy business, it's a fairly new company.
Yeah.
You know, and our business model is constantly evolving too.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we got another super chat from Carl Ingstrom. Thanks for making my Sunday, Mrs. Toast, Chris, and Matt. Notice who's last. Notice who's first.
You
I was
remember
gonna
that?
say he alphabetized it, but he
No.
didn't alphabetize it.
No.
So we had a little international roll call.
Okay.
Germany's in the house.
Who's here from Germany? Thomas?
I don't
Betcha
remember.
Thomas.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Bavaria,
Ooh.
Baja, Mexico,
Wow.
and Eric M says I can't swear in here anymore.
I don't know
And
what
I
you can and
don't
can't do.
know.
As far as
why?
we're concerned, you can swear all you want.
Yeah, I don't
You can say
care.
shit,
some,
fuck,
some
cunt.
sort of new
You know, whatever, man.
YouTube. Maybe, I don't know. We haven't changed anything. So.
No, we have not. YouTube
Yeah.
might be doing stuff. The thing with swearing is a lot of people are like, well, I can't monetize my channel if I swear. But what it really is, if you just constantly just blabbermouth a bunch of filth and flarn and flip.
Flarn.
Flip,
Australia?
flarn,
Yeah.
clam.
That's right. Australia is in the house. I saw Scott was here. That's cool.
Big keg.
Big
Is that-
Keg.
Yeah, Big Keg from Australia.
Oh wow! So Scott and Big
New
Keg.
guy.
NK Cole,
Okay.
Canada here. A.
Nice, beauty, eh? Very cool. It's always neat to
England.
hang out with everybody and learn where you guys are from. And speaking of people that it's neat to talk to and hang out with, you know who I talked to yesterday?
No.
I talked to Brian Nutter yesterday.
In person?
No, you never talked. Well, I've talked to Brian Nutter in person on the phone one time, and I've talked to him in person. You know, like
Uh-huh.
when we're in the same room. A
That's
handful
still
of times.
3 steps ahead from anything I've ever gotten from him.
Anyway, so
We even have the same birthday, and I found out that we have the same birthday. I'm like, hey, we have the same birthday. And then the next year, hey, happy birthday from one, January 17th guy to another. And then another time, and nothing. And then he saw one of my Evel Knievel videos.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, man, that's really awesome. And I responded, and I asked him a question, I think. I was like, so how you doing? Didn't get anything back. So you are at least 3 steps ahead of me on the Brian Nutter.
I don't know
chain.
that.
Yeah.
I think I
It's
just
true.
sometimes catch him every so often. Doug Santinello says there's 7 bad words you can't say on TV. That was one of the greatest George Carlin bits of all time. I think Doug.
Can you say Flarn?
You can say flip and flarn and filth and foul.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't say who said that anymore because he's in jail. So anyway, I was talking to Brian Nutter yesterday. And you know what we were talking about?
Guitars.
Specifically, that Summer NAMM is a thing this year. How about that? Hold on, there's a new super chat that just came in from
like
Thomas. Happy Sunday. Guitar touched German soil. In the meantime, as on the way home, I got another good reason to have a drink. That's right, Thomas.
So it's
I think it's
there,
just it's
but
in
it's
Germany.
not in his possession yet. I think it has to go through customs.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's how it works. Yeah.
It's in the motherland.
I hope it
and-
shows up in the same condition that I put it in the box in.
I'm
I have no
sure-
reason to think it won't.
I'm sure it's going to be good.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm hoping.
Yeah. So anyway, hold on. You know who I talked to yesterday?
Brian Nutter.
You know what we talked about?
Summer NAMM.
That's right. So Summer NAMM is for real a thing. It's absolutely happening as of today.
It's back, baby, back.
I don't think it's July. It's right around 4th of July, right?
Yeah, I think it's the second week of July.
Yeah.
I think.
So,
Ooh.
well, we got get a little get a beverage here.
Yeah.
It looks
So-
like my computer took a dump, so
Summer
I can't see it.
NAMM.
Okay, so more people from around the world.
Okay.
England, Ireland,
Wow.
somebody else. There was a question about getting access to tutorial videos. So I'm not sure. It's going pretty fast. I don't know
Okay.
what it is, but just putting it out there.
Okay, we are going to talk about tutorial videos. We're going to add that to the list. Ting. So let's talk about Summer NAMM though.
Okay.
So Brian asked me if we were going to go to Summer NAMM.
Uh-huh.
And I said we will absolutely, positively not be exhibiting at Summer NAMM this year, but we might show up to drink. I don't know.
Make the scene.
You can't be seen if you don't make the scene.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
We
are celebrities in a lot of ways.
No, we're not.
And showing up.
You unplugged me.
So
You know?
we're not celebrities. Here's the thing though. If the only thing that's gonna, if my dog is still alive, I'm not gonna go to Summer NAMM. But if he is,
What chord is
not,
that?
then-
That's not the right chord.
You
Yeah.
unplugged me.
Well, you know what? We gotta keep going here. You can plug in and it'll be good here in just another moment. So what in the hell are you guys doing? You're just leaving me? All right. So anyway, I wanted to talk with everyone, including Chris and Carrie Ann, about Summer NAMM, but they've decided that
I'm listening all the time, Matt.
You
don't even know.
unplugged me.
it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, come on.
It does. I got a job to do here.
What are you doing? Now, everyone's going. They're coming. They're going. It's live TV. We're working without a net. What are you doing now here? Oh, you don't like that? Okay.
That nail has stuffed me in the knee.
For the last time.
The last time. That's exactly right. Good. Summer
Okay.
NAMM.
Are you both quite finished?
Listen, it's your fault.
How is
You unplugged
anything-
me.
So Summer NAMM.
Okay.
Not going to exhibit. We might go to drink.
I'm totally Why don't you know what? You guys talk for a while, and I'm gonna just because I don't know what in the hell is going on. You're like over here yanking shit out of shit, and you're yelling about something I did or didn't do the right way. And come on, I'm just gonna sit here and drink. I don't care what the neighbors think. I heard that song the other day. You remember that one?
No.
I think I'll just stay here and drink. You don't remember that one?
Yeah, I think I'll just. Yeah, that's a Hank Williams Jr. song.
Well, it was Waylon that was doing it, the one I heard. But that doesn't mean it's
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Andy's got a super chat up in there.
Hey, Andrew St. Pierre with a super chat. What does he have to
He
say?
says the usual bet, Mortimer. I think he's looking at Waldorf and Statler, thinking that.
Those guys really were.
$1.
Yeah.
So Carl says, Matt.
Hey, Carl.
My luthier of choice. Tool of choice for fret sprout on maple fretboard.
Fret sprout on maple fretboards. I do have the tool of choice for that. Let me see if I can pull it up here real quick. Here it is. It's this tool that I made. This is a block of poplar, and I sent it through the table saw at 30 degrees, and I cut a little slot, and I embedded a file in it, and I, just sort of run that along there. That will take care of 80% of the fret sprout that you have. The other 20% is going to be little tools and kind of getting in there. But if you're doing 80-20, this is the easy part. This is the 80% tool right here. The last 20% is the hardest part to get, and you need a little bitty file to do that. What the hell were we talking about?
Summer NAMM.
Summer NAMM.
Brian Nutter, Summer NAMM.
So what do you think about Summer NAMM, Chris?
Well,
What do you think about NAMM in general?
I had a better time when we just went and observed rather than displayed. Although displaying was fun and I learned a lot about that, I feel like we don't have enough juice to be able to do anything right now big
Yeah.
to where we're noticed. And I think trade shows in general like that are it's sort of a dying thing, right? Like you can see all that stuff online. There's no real reason to go and display your wares in the local town market when you can put all those pictures up the night before. But
Yeah.
but it's still really cool to go, and really it's about people. Those things are all about the people that you get to see and that you get to reconnect with, which is, I think, a reason to have those events.
One of the most fun things we ever did at one of the NAMM shows was we had a meet and greet.
Yeah.
And it was at a winter NAMM. It was at an Anaheim hotel, and we
Yep.
just got together and had some drinks in it. We had a lot of fun. Yes, ma'am.
That reminds me, did you see my John Schneider little snippet video I sent you the other night over here?
No, I
Oh,
did not see
yeah.
your. We did meet John Schneider, who was the same era but didn't look anything like Dan Haggerty, or John Fogerty,
Yeah.
or Dan Fogelberg.
Or Dan Fogelberg, or
But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Jared
that
Fogel.
that was no Jared, no.
Jesus, I can't believe he went there.
I can't.
You know, he lives right down the street from me.
He does not.
He does at
He
the
does
prison.
not
He
oh,
does.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where and it's not right down the street. It's
Yeah.
5
You need to.
miles
I
away.
think yes, if he lives right down the street from you, you need to get
I
your
might-
trailer
yeah,
off
I
the
mean-
blocks and move it.
drag my house a couple blocks further down the street. Yeah.
So here's my thing. I think that Summer NAMM is happening, but I don't want to hang around for 8 hours or longer with a face mask on. Not because I don't genuflect to the COVID gods, but after a while, I'm like, God, this mask is boring. I
Boring.
don't want to talk smack about anybody who has to wear. If you have to wear a mask for your job all day, more power to you. I could not do it. So
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to do that, and it would be fun to go and it'd be fun to see people.
yeah,
You got
Other
fucking
than that.
guitars to make.
I don't. Yeah, well, and that's
Well,
the other
there's
thing
that.
is it costs a couple bucks,
yeah.
you know, to get
And
out
you have to
there.
have something to show. Right now, we don't exactly have a ton of guitars to take. So.
Well, no, but even if that wasn't a thing, it's still money, and
Yeah.
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 But it would be cool to go and see Brian and see some other people and you know, make the scene.
What are some of your favorite exhibits and exhibitors at the NAMM show?
Well, so we didn't get a whole lot of time to walk around the Summer NAMM show.
No, we really didn't.
Gibson was the big thing
Yeah.
there because that's where they are. Fender was a little thing, and then they had a lot of other people. And I didn't spend a whole lot of time walking around at the Winter NAMM, at the big NAMM show. It's fun to go into the basement and see all the little guys and see you know some of the crazy stuff that people think is gonna fly.
Sure.
And then it's fun to see all the
And sometimes you see that stuff one year, right, and then you
yeah,
never
you
see it again. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or you know whatever. And then you know some of the big booths are fun to just it's fun to go and just like try and take in the overall vibe of that booth.
I totally agree.
You know, and like you know, we are so cool. You shouldn't even be here.
Wow.
You know, or whatever the vibe is of that booth.
Who's
you know?
who's one of your favorite big booths to go to?
Man, I Gibson is always it seems like every year it's different with Gibson.
I think we've only seen Gibson 2 years.
2
right?
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and one was, you know, we're
'Cause they
barely
skipped a
hanging
year.
on.
Yeah.
We skipped a year. We're back.
Mm-hmm.
And the we're back year was entertaining.
Yeah, the
'Cause
Gibson.
they really threw a bunch of money at it.
That's right. They had like 7 or 8 stations of people doing binding or doing inlay or doing whatever. Yeah,
this
that
is
was
how
neat.
we do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was really cool.
This is how we
Yeah.
do it.
Uh-huh.
This is how we do it.
They had that song going all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah. And
The Gibson one though, that's funny that like you would like that'd be because you're kind of more of a, I always pictured you as more of a Fender guy
well,
than a
yeah,
Gibson
yeah,
guy.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But the Fender booth is always, at least all the ones that we've been to, it's pretty much the same booth. They change it up just enough, but it's still the same.
They have
the
like,
same layout
some new
and the
products,
same-
but they
yeah.
also have like that wall, like a whole bunch of the wall is the custom shop
Yeah,
stuff, which is neat.
Yeah, and it's all stuff that other shops have already bought, and
Or yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's
this
right.
is already spoken for. If you want it, go to.
And it's usually not like
this,
here's a relic Strat. It's usually like here's a Strat with a serape blanket glued to it, or it's got like 18 necks on it or something like that. So
Yep.
yeah,
The Serape Top.
yeah.
Serape Top Tennessee. Yeah.
Well, so the funny thing though is like I tend to lean towards like I prefer set neck guitars. I don't know why I do because I actually really like bolt on screw in neck guitars too.
Yeah.
But I just kind of lean. I favor the bolt on. Or I favor the set neck. And I think that if someone were to ask me what does Chris like better, bolt on or set neck, I'd say probably bolt on. But I don't know that I'm right.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And it's funny, those sort of biases are what I want to talk about next.
Okay.
And that is that you and I will be judging the 2021 Great Guitar Build-Off,
Yes.
along with some other guy and some lady.
With an iron fist.
So no. So Big D is going to be the other judge. Did I tell you I watched some of Big D's live stream today?
I was driving in. That's why I didn't watch it.
So I didn't have time to hang around for too long, but I got to say hi to some people. That was really cool. So Big D's going to be a judge, and there is an artist who I forget her name. Do you remember who it is?
Mary Splendor.
So she will be
Way
she.
to pull it out of your ass.
And
though.
I
That
don't-
was great.
totally,
I don't know who that is because I'm 50 years old and I'm like not exactly on the bleeding edge of what music thing is going on.
I am
right
51 years old, and I know who Mary Splendor is.
now. Well, so who is Mary Splendor? What's her claim to fame?
She's. I don't really know that much about her. She is an musical artist that she's a guitar player and a singer.
Okay.
And she has a YouTube channel, and she has a lot of viewers.
She
and
does.
she
I watched
sings
a couple
and
of her
plays
videos, yeah.
very, very well.
Okay.
That's what I know about her.
Yeah, that's a
And,
cool thing to
she
bring to the
seems
party.
genuinely, yeah.
Oh, it's Mary
Gen-
Spender.
Spender. There you
Oh,
go. Yes.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's
I-
a question: why is she judging?
I spent most of last year calling Brad Angove Brad Angrove.
Angrove, yep.
So, give me a break on these Splendor Spender.
You remember the song "Motorbiking" by Chris Spedding? Did you ever get that incorrect? Yes, Mrs. Toast.
So Drew
Hi, Drew.
just threw $20 at you.
Hey, thanks, dude. That's very, very cool. Drew, does Drew have a last name that you know, or
Tamiko.
Drew Tamiko? Drew, God bless you. my
Tameko?
friend.
I think it's Tamiko.
See, we're
Tameko?
already we're goofing up
Yeah,
last names
yeah.
left and right here. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So what was her name again? Mary J.
Spender?
Blige.
Yeah.
Apparently, she gets a lot of guitars sent to her.
Oh, okay.
Maybe for her artistry.
I believe that she will be judging because she is a popular YouTube
yeah.
personality. You know.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. She can play the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know. Yeah.
Well, the most important
can
thing though
sing, and
is
she
not
enjoys
who
it, and-
else is
yeah.
going to be judging. The important thing is who
That's
the
right.
most important two judges are.
Oh, she's an influencer.
Well, whoop-de-doo. So
we influence people all the time.
I influence you
I don't want
to
to be like that guy.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
I want a burrito
I
for
think
lunch.
He smells funny.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
yeah.
influencing is a lot different than mine. At least when I influence people, they get a burrito.
They get a burrito.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. All I know is I don't want to look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This fucking guy. So yeah. So Mary Spender. Spender. She's an influencer. Big deal. Big D. We know Derek for a long time. Cool guy.
Is he an influencer?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think we're all influencers. I don't know at what point you become an influencer.
Yeah.
During your pre-influence days.
But if you I think if someone else calls you an influencer, then it's sort of like
Then you're
the word
like
luthier.
nickname.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like to me that like the whole like I'm not saying that Mary what's her face does this. I'm an influencer, but if she does, then that's I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about her Big D. This is the Matt show. We're here to talk about what I think.
So
Right?
I've often been called a bad influence.
Bad
Vim
influencer.
69 says that you guys influence my drinking. We don't push that shit on you. We're just
I don't
We
recall
encourage you to drink responsibly.
knocking you over and putting a funnel in your mouth.
You know, you guys have totally ruined this
No,
podcast
no,
because
go
I had
ahead.
like all this whole litany of things. I had it all. It was a perfectly executed web, and then you started to like do whatever weird thing that you
keep
did.
keep going.
So I had it all. It was like what we're gonna talk about, and Chris likes bolt-on Matt, and then it was like this whole thing about what you and I are gonna do as judges, and then you both wrecked it.
No, you brought up Mary
You
Splendor.
both wrecked it.
You brought up
I don't
Mary
even know who
Splendor.
Mary J. Blige is. So yeah, you guys both
I think you
use.
just got lost on where you were,
I don't
Yeah.
even know.
which is rare. Because usually, I can't believe that you heard anything that either one of us said. Because usually you just
I can't believe
above
I
and
wasn't
beyond.
talking over both of
Exactly,
you guys.
yeah.
We're gonna go back to the
Uh-huh.
original thing where I just talk over everybody.
Don't
Yeah.
change the format.
Yep,
Taco.
Yep.
So anyway,
So it's you and I are going to be judges
yes. Do you know why we're gonna be judges?
because we are the original first
Bad
year
boys
winners
of the Great Guitar
GGBO.
Build-Off.
Yeah, exactly. The original bad boys. Yes.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. We sent everybody else back to art school. No.
Don't say that.
I-
We've caught heat for that before.
No, remember I told Ben that we were going to send him back to art school, but we did catch heat for saying something
We
about
said
art
that-
school.
So now
It's some
twice. Yeah.
dopey forum that like a bunch of nerds are on. But yeah,
Well, I think everybody's a nerd, right?
not
In one
me,
way or another.
not you. No. So anyway, so Chris, what are you gonna what biases are you gonna bring to the table? For your because even if you so we don't know what's going on with the Great Guitar Build Off judging. There might be a list of like, okay guys, we need you to look at all of these criteria, and we're gonna give a list to Matt and Chris, and it's gonna get the same list that goes to Mary
Spender.
Spender, and it's gonna be the same list that goes to Big D and whoever else is going to be judging.
Yeah.
But you can't like completely impartially look at something and go, well, I am going to. Normally, I would think this, but because of these rules, I can't. You can't
Yeah.
do that.
No.
So, so what are you going to be looking for? Because people might want to know what our votes are going to like. What we are looking for as a team.
There's lots of things that I think I want to look for. One of the big things in a YouTube contest is interesting video, which has nothing to do with the guitar at all.
But it does, though. In
Well,
this
yeah,
instance,
but-
it really does.
But yeah, interesting presentation of your project.
Well, let's distill it down a little more. I think
Okay.
you could say that a unique guitar, especially if it were coupled with a well done video.
Yeah.
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 So in other words, if someone comes to the table with a Les Paul or a Telecaster, they're not going to get the same juice as someone with an all new thing or with a. But you know what I'm not looking for is a little twist on a classic design. You know, I think that
Or a mashup. I know how much you love mashups.
I'm not a huge fan of mashups.
Matt does not like mashups.
I've acquiesced a little bit on some of this stuff, but for the most part, I'm not a big fan of putting Gibson bridges on Fenders and Fender bridges on Gibsons and you know that kind of thing.
I liked your mashup of the double neck.
The double neck.
Yeah, you had like one style on the bottom and one style on the top. And you made
Well, that was what I'm talking about. Is you know if someone takes a Les Paul and puts 3 Strat pickups on it and a bolt-on neck, I'm like, that's just not me. I'm not saying
Right,
that a
yeah,
lot of people don't
yeah.
think that's cool, and that's cool, but it's just not my flavor. But the problem with that is that there's a kit portion of the contest and a scratch build portion of the contest.
Yeah.
So if you're building from a kit, well then you
We're
you
gonna
can't
have to pay
just
attention to that.
yeah, that's a
So let's talk
thing.
about that. Let's just talk about a kit build. What are you going to look for in a kit build?
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
So I think in a kit build, what I'm going to be looking for is fit and finish, mostly finish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to see. I'm going to be looking for, or the thing that's going to really wowie zowie me is the nicest finish.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the kit builds. You're all about the finish. So is there a rule that you're not allowed to add material to the kit?
Oh, I
this
don't know
year?
if there's a
Oh,
rule
okay.
about that or not.
Because you could do a lot with the kit,
You absolutely can do a lot with a kit.
as prefaced by
Well, yeah.
Los Dos.
What
Yeah.
What do you think what are you going to be looking for with kit stuff?
With a kit build, I think I'm going to look for fit, finish, a little bit of tweaking here and there.
Because I think I would
the,
look for like the more classic, the better.
not
in
the
my eyes.
standard kind of thing, and so most people that build a kit get the kit, they apply some dye to the body, and then they put sealer over the top, and then they put some sort of clear finish over the top.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's the standard steps.
Okay.
That you do with that, and all the guitars are going to look like somebody that applied dye to a raw piece of wood.
So if you really want to bring your A game, Chris is suggesting you like what? So what? One of the things you could do with a
Step up
kit,
your finish.
like so one thing you could do with like if you had a tele kit, you could add a veneer top to it and
Sure.
bind it,
Sure.
or you could
or some sort of theme or some sort of
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's not talk
don't-
about like
I
what
don't
you
really
shouldn't do.
know.
Like what do you want to
I don't-
see?
I think in a lot of ways your presentation shows off how good your guitar is. If that's a thing. Yeah. I mean,
Well, it is a thing.
Because we can tell when you've screwed it up by the pictures and the camera angles and stuff like that, and how good it looks and how these stuff like that. This is a harder category.
It is
for
a
me
harder
to-
category, yeah.
To quantify as far as judging goes.
Well, because you don't know what you don't know.
Well,
Well, and we don't
Like,
even know if
yeah.
we're going to be judging the kit
yeah,
portion of the
we
thing.
don't know. Yeah, yeah, and I mean, you can't be a jerk to every single person, so you have to give
Matt can.
You have to give some leeway.
So
But
you know what I think I would really like to see would be if someone had a kit. Of course, it depends on where you get your kit. If you get it from Crimson, they're like super nice kits. One of the things that I would like to see would be either what have you done to make the guitar look like an original piece? You know, like does it look like
that would be cool.
like I think
Yeah.
like if you could fool me into thinking that it wasn't, you know, what you're trying to build. So
Yeah.
so okay, let's use the Telecaster as or a Strat.
So we always talk about homemade versus
Homemade versus
Yeah,
handmade.
handmade,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you got a kit and you just kind of wipe some oil on it, that's fine, and you can have a perfectly acceptable, good playing instrument then. But I think that if it looks like it came from the factory, that would be that's something that I would look for.
yeah.
Conversely, I think that if someone did something with a kit that isn't available from the factory, but very well done, I would also like that. And then I think I would also like it if someone just like got the kit and then proceeded to go crazy and do, you know, like I said, if you had a Telecaster kit and you ground a 1/4 of an inch off the top and glued a new piece of wood and did some kind of, you know, put binding on it and stuff like that, that would be really cool too, especially if in your video you talked about the process, which that's
And it was really well done.
the process to me would be what I'd be looking for in that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah. That sounds good. Yeah.
One of the things that we're doing this year is we are donating 2 Texas Toast 350 classes to
What's the 350 class?
350 class is the Build a Classic set neck. It's all woodwork, and I'm not giving this so I do not want these prizes to go to people who already know how to do stuff. I actually want this to go to someone who has, this is the first time they've ever built a guitar. We would call it a Tyro. I want this to go to someone who's like kind of new to it and is really interested, but wanting to kind of expand on it and go, I had fun with a kit build, or I had fun with a scratch build, but I might need a little more training. That's the guy I want. If you are that guy, I want you to win that prize. Let's talk about the scratch build.
Okay.
What are you going to look for on the scratch build, Chris?
I think one of the things that I'm looking for is vision all the way through the project.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to build. I'm not going to veer off that course.
We actually had some design changes mid-build last year.
You can't do that. You're an artist. You gotta go where it takes you, man.
But what I mean is I don't want to hear the word, well, I guess it's going to be a relic. Or you can veer off a little bit. You can tweak your vision a little bit, but and it's got to be something that appeals to guitar players, not craft store employees. Or
let's back up a little bit, because you touched on something that's actually very, very important to me, and that's I think a problem that a lot of Americans have, which is I don't want to hear the contestants say things like that's good enough or I don't need to do that. That to me is like, it's all right. I'm not really.
You're just phoning it in.
Well, in a way, you're not detail oriented, and yeah, if you I can absolutely oblige some design changes midstream, but if it's like you said, design change because of a screw up, you need to get that right, not just go, I can't do it.
Well, yeah, or the this is good enough. Yeah, this is well. I mean, because there's some artistic swing with doing steps and it ends up the way it ends up, but there's
That's
also not paying attention and it ends up fucked up because you weren't doing it the right way.
And I'm not suggesting that everyone needs to cut guitars in half, but when I do something that I'm like, I can't let this out of the shop, I cut the guitar in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also looking for something, well, yeah.
You guys have seen it.
New and interesting.
Let's touch on that.
But not so crazy that you're only going to capture, 10% of the people that watch the video and go, wow, that's really cool.
I have two things that I'm looking for there. I want to see something that is unique, but also something that is familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see something that is producible, but I also got to give it up to guys who go over the top with a one-off thing. That's definitely cool. But what I look for as a guitar, because I'm a manufacturer, you know what I mean? So we tend to think of things as, well, could you do that one time? Cool. Could you do it 200 times? That's kind of what you and I look at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to me, the artistry of the manufacturing process is equally neat to the one-off artistry.
Yeah.
I want to see a bunch of Eddie Van Halen guitars.
Mrs. Toast wants to see a bunch of Eddie Van Halen guitars.
That sounds like a great idea.
She will not be judging the contest this year.
That was ironic.
We would like to know what you guys, what do you think?
Well, somebody said like Tamar did, cut it apart and put it back together again. That was really, really
that was neat.
inventive.
There's some process that's cool to watch and see that I'm looking forward to.
It would have been interesting to see what Tamar would have come up with without kits. We were kind of hamstrung by the whole kit thing, as the invitational thing for last year, the official or whatever they called it. We all started with kits, and as you guys know, we kind of pulled a fast one on our kit. It wasn't very kitty when it was done.
No,
so
it wasn't.
But and you know what? The funny thing is, like, how reproducible is that triple neck? Like, we're not going into business making those.
No, we could,
well, we could, yeah.
but yeah, we're not.
There's a limited
yeah,
audience for that.
Yeah.
What's that Cheap Trick dude?
Rick Nielsen?
That guy with all the necks?
Yeah.
He busts that out for like one song and then it goes away.
Yeah.
But he busted out every show, so.
Yeah, it's going to be fun watching videos and watching people's processes.
One of the
for
things I
stuff.
want to do
And
is do reaction videos to the
Yeah.
videos. I don't know if you've gone onto the Great Guitar Build Off site, but there is a ton of information. We're not going to be able to do all of the.
No, that's going to be the hardest part for us, is to figure out which videos and which guitars, and maybe some of that's going to be given to us. But I think we still want to do some that even aren't in our judging
in official
category.
judge mode. Yeah, I think what
yeah.
I want to do would be neat would be you and I can do some reaction videos. We'll select some videos. We'll go, hey, we're gonna do A. Aronson and Z. Zillinger, and we'll look at those two, or we'll pick some at random and we'll just look at all of them.
Yeah.
And I think that would be neat.
I love the
Yeah.
reaction videos, like those two cute twins that are in college and then
Well, that's
making,
definitely not
like
us.
making like the 80s bands chart
Yeah,
again.
yeah. Yeah, I think that that's kind of what people expect from us is to all right, let's be honest, to make this whole contest a little more silly.
Yeah. Well, and maybe bring some stuff that you wouldn't normally see.
Yeah.
Out into the forefront. And let's be honest, that's kind of what's going to happen. Is some of these videos normally wouldn't have a lot of hits, but we're gonna pull them up to the front. And
if we
show
could
off
do that,
some,
that would be great.
Some really cool stuff that isn't necessarily going to be seen by a lot of people.
How many reaction videos do you want to try? We should start doing them right away.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Mrs. Toast agrees.
Yeah, because we got nothing else going on.
Well, we got a lot of shit happening. Could we do a live video where we
I don't think we can do that.
where we like watched the video?
No,
and-
I don't suggest doing that.
Yeah, I'm not sure like how you could do it.
Yeah,
Well,
I
because
don't know.
you want to take the best stuff, like your reactions
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and the material too.
The nice thing about live videos is they automatically upload. I don't have to edit them later.
Because nobody's ever watched a video before they've done their reveal or their reaction video. They've never heard the Bee Gees do Too Much Heaven
Yeah.
before they decided that, oh, the Bee Gees are white? Holy cow,
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
yeah, I think reaction videos are going to be where you and I live for the Great Guitar Build Off for the next month or so.
Yeah. And then hopefully people will
If
go
you're
to those videos
watching and
watch
you would
them
like
and-
us to
yeah.
do a reaction video to your video,
Obviously,
send me an email and put yourself on my radar.
I think the cult is actually going to rise to the cream. They're like
The cult
rise-
is going to rise to the cream.
Yeah,
I
the
love
cream
the
will
cult.
rise. Yeah, no, the cult. The
She
cult.
Sells
The
Sanctuary.
Texas Toast cult.
Oh, yeah.
Your videos will rise to the top like cream. Yeah.
Yeah, it could very well be. I want to see what you guys have going on. I know there's a handful of people who've been to Texas Toast classes and friends of the shop who are doing Great Guitar Build Off 2021.
Yep.
Part of me says we should like not know. Of course, we're gonna know if we see the video and there's that guy who we know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Or that chick.
Or that lady. Yeah.
I'd like to see some people take some chances.
What do you
and
mean?
I think it's hard to. Well, it's going to be hard to quantify what's a chance for them versus what's a chance for us. But just the idea that this is outside of my normal comfort zone on building a guitar.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go for it, and if it happens, great, and if it doesn't happen, that's cool too.
Sure.
So,
And like you were saying that you were looking forward to the process.
yeah.
You said
Yeah.
and a lot when you were talking about it, but
Well, that's what I do, man.
Matt, you jerk.
Yeah.
No.
Thanks,
So
thanks
I
for pointing out my shortcomings.
you know who says and the most? Or so here we go. Let's talk. Is me. I edit a bunch of that stuff out. But but I think the notion of show the process is really going to be a cool thing, and that's what I like to see. And I don't care if you're making a CNC guitar or if you're making an all chisel and file guitar. Sometimes the see, I did and right there. Sometimes the ballet of the tools being used is the most fun thing for me to watch. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if it's the choreography of a CNC machine or the Gonzo hack at it with a chisel. I like it all. So.
Well, that would be fun too. Yeah, guitar in an hour.
So Greg Pearl said,
"Hey, Greg,
my GGBO guitar starts April 19th. Just kidding."
That could though. That would be neat. So Greg is coming out to the April 350 class.
Yeah, isn't that the 12th through the 19th?
No, that's the Mike Learn class. Is the 12th through the 19th?
That's right.
Or the 12th through the 16th, and then
12th through the 19th, and then the other class is 19th through the whatever.
Yes,
they,
so
they start
Greg,
back to back.
So the 350 is Greg and Doug and Charles, and there's still one spot left if anyone wants to do the build a classic set neck in April. And if you can't make April, there's some other ones down the road too. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having Greg come out and Doug and Charles, and I already know what I'm gonna make at that class.
You're gonna make?
No, I'm not
gonna
gonna
make?
do. No, not
You
that.
need to make.
No, I might, but not. I know. No, I know what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna positively blow your mind.
You won't believe what happens next.
You won't believe what happens next. So I would love it if Greg and Doug and Charles all did Great Guitar Build Off based on what they did here. That'd be fun.
I think that's totally within the rules too, right?
It doesn't say. It doesn't say you can't go to a shop that isn't yours and start making it.
We offered up ours.
We offered our shop to last year. We offered it to Brad and to Dan and to Philip McKnight, and this year we've offered it to
all of them,
among other things, Dylan McCurchie from Dylan Talks Tone.
Yeah, is he gonna be a contestant?
He says that he is. We'll know more. I forget what.
I heard that too.
When's the deadline for these?
I think the invitational is announced on the 15th, I believe. Yes, ma'am. Was there another super chat?
Well, Tony Lopez says
Tony!
He's saving for June.
Oh, that'd be cool. Which is June? June is another one of the 350 classes, is it not?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Well, let's see. So April, May, or maybe June. I don't know what June is. It's either a strat or a.
June is Help Chris Fix His Fence month.
That's not it.
You got to be a little more Tom Sawyer than that.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so much fun. Come
yeah.
paint my fence with me.
I'll be inside.
You could
guys
pay me
finish this
$50
fence
to come
off.
out and fucking paint my fence. Yeah.
Yeah. Tony's a cool guy.
Is June the strat?
I can't remember what it is.
Well,
whatever it is on the
I can't believe we're already talking about June.
Dude, it's a thing. You gotta be.
It's strat.
It's already
strat.
Strat.
Confirmed it's strat.
Oh, strat, yeah.
Build the classic strat is a
I'm looking forward to that one because, for one, it'll just be the second time we've taught that class.
Yep.
For two, fixing some of the issues we had with the previous one.
One of the things that we're doing is
it's one thing.
It's one thing and it's a hardware upgrade.
Yeah.
We were talking with Mike Learn about this very same hardware thing. As you guys might know, if you're planning on coming to the build and paint a guitar with Mike Learn, everything in the class is like tier 1 stuff. It's a genuine Floyd. It's Hipshot tuners. It's pure juice humbucker. It's everything cool, and plus it's Mike Learn. And the Strat one is like that too.
Including tier 1 Mike Learn.
Including tier 1 Mike Learn.
Yep.
The Strat class is like that too. We've upgraded the bridge to Hipshot bridge, Hipshot tuners. It's all good stuff.
Yeah. And I really like the classes. I really have a good time all week long, you know.
Do you like the online ones better or the in-person ones better?
You know, I like them both. In a lot of ways, I like the in-person ones just because I get to actually meet the people and, you know, connect.
We haven't had any total turds either. Everybody that's come to a class has been super cool.
Yeah.
And
And it's because the online classes, you're never really sure if anybody's going to ever go and use that information.
Oh, that's true.
And in the inline, the in person
offline.
classes,
Yeah.
you know, you can, yeah. See
That's true. We get to
that's
see 'em
gonna
in
happen.
action.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really cool. And I like meeting people. I like talking to people, and I like learning about their lives and where
Sure.
they live and what they do, and you know, and you know, even if this is what we have in common.
It's nice to put
That's
a face
cool.
with it too.
One of the
Yeah.
guys.
There's
Yeah.
been a couple, you know, hey, Blue Label, and I'm like, ooh, it's
Yeah.
engraved and shit.
One of the guys
Yeah.
who was at the last Build a Classic Telly class, Troy, gifted us with this bottle of Johnny Walker Blue, and he even had it engraved to our friends at Texas Toast.
Yeah.
With something else. I have on my danger
Yeah.
glasses.
You smell funny. No.
Many thanks to our friends at Texas Toast Guitars. This was a very, very cool gift. Thank you,
Yeah.
Troy.
Yeah. And we're a little frightened to even try it because it's
I'm not
above
like a.
above our pay grade.
It might be above our pay grade. Yeah, it might be too good for us. So.
So we're gonna save it for a special occasion when we have a bunch of friends around and we can all try it.
Maybe.
And you know, and you and I can pretend. to
Maybe
drink a
you'll
bunch
just
of
come
it.
in one morning and I'll just be annihilated drunk.
On,
Or Texas
Yeah.
Toasty.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So
we're gonna
anyway,
drink it with Dr. Pepper and 7-Up.
that
and-
probably
yeah,
would be a
yeah.
bad thing.
Hey, so
Hey,
Jay Van B,
hi Jay.
he was in the last class with Troy, Chris, and Maui.
Oh sure, that's John.
John!
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
God,
yeah.
I couldn't think of his name. He was
Yeah,
cool as
yeah.
fuck.
Mm-hmm. John will come back. Troy will come back too, and I think Chris is going to
believe
come
they
back.
will, yes,
But yeah,
yes.
I know for a fact John will be back because I know he's got some stuff he wants to do. so.
Yeah, I hope he's enjoying his guitar. I hope his tech thought that it was okay.
Or his instructor.
His
yeah.
instructor.
John, if
yeah.
if you're watching still, let me know what your instructor
Yeah.
thought of your guitar. I think Troy will come back too. Troy wanted to build a classic set neck. That would be a fun one.
Yeah.
And he wanted to have us paint it when it was all done. That'd
Sure.
be cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, John will be back. He'll build something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
We've had a handful of people who've come multiple times.
Yes, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know, in a lot of ways, I think some of these classes help guys kind of get through some phobias and fears that they have with being able to do this kind of stuff. And we see it all the time, and they don't think they can do it, and then they
do it.
and and then that's where it hangs up, is they need to realize, oh, I can do this, you know, because everybody can do it.
People make guitars, and I'm a people. I can make a guitar
yeah,
too.
I can do most of this, even
Yeah.
if it's not
Yes, ma'am.
all of it.
So John said that my tech and instructor said it was perfectly playable.
There you go.
You can't
Perfectly
get better than
playable.
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, so for those of you who weren't here, John's guitar instructor said, "Well, what are you gonna do? Just you're wasting your time," or something like that. So yeah,
That's what we
It's like,
thought.
oh,
he
you
said.
can't
Yeah,
build
yeah,
a
yeah.
guitar in a
in
week.
5
In a
days.
week,
Yeah.
no way. So
Yeah.
and I think there were times when John thought he couldn't, and at the end
No,
We decided-
John
he was
hung
concerned.
in there. Okay,
He was
okay, I see what you
concerned.
mean, yeah,
But he charged forward.
yeah.
And at
Everyone's
the
always
end,
confirmed. You
Well,
get to
that's-
that. You get
that's
to
the
the
thing.
plateau,
Right,
and you're like,
right,
oh,
yeah.
I can't push it down the
Yeah,
other
there's
side.
there's a
Yes,
yeah,
you can.
yeah.
You
and-
can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and John did it, and
Everybody
It was
who's
really
come to
fun.
one of the classes has done it.
we haven't had one single guy fail out yet.
No one
Yeah,
flunked.
yeah. No one flunked.
And someone got a
Guitar
bound
building.
bottle opener on the back of their guitar.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and so I
it's
don't want
fucking classy with
really.
a K.
That's a blemish on our record.
Yeah.
If somebody flunks out of
Somebody
guitar
flunks,
building.
it's
So,
our fault. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not gonna let that happen.
Looks like we got another super chat. Mrs. Toast, will
Yeah.
you read that? It looks like a long
It's a
one.
big one.
Well, I'm confused. Doug Santaniello.
Hey, Doug.
And I fucked that up because my retainers.
Oh, can I pause you there,
Yeah.
please? I am so looking for. So in the Mike Learn class, Dave and Doug will be rejoined. Will be coming back
Yep.
for round 2, and it's gonna be so great to see those guys again. And Gary is gonna be coming out. That's gonna be super fun. Our friend Jim Fuller is gonna come out. That's gonna be a mega fun class. 2 spots left if you guys want to do it. Yes, ma'am.
A broke ass, buddy. I'm assuming there's a missing ass. A broke-ass buddy of mine had a gift certificate to a steakhouse, and he asked the waiter to give him scotch on the rocks. They gave him JW Blue for $58. Then the gift certificate was bad.
Oh, shit. You know what? Okay.
You shouldn't drink scotch on the rocks. Scotch never goes on ice.
You know what? When Doug was out, I think Doug has a refined palate. Do you know what a palate is? There's a special time in a man's life. No. So I think Doug has a refined palate. And he can step from Guadalajara Mexican restaurant, which is one of Chris and I's favorites, to like the good stuff. And back again. He's like a chameleon. He can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because remember we ate at Guadalajara with Doug, and he brought in some nice. When Doug comes out, let's open this up and let's drink this with Doug.
Sure.
We're probably gonna be like the dorks because
We'll
Doug.
be like, I don't know.
Because like I say, Doug really has like
Still hurts.
he knows what's
Yeah.
up. So Doug, when you come out, let's open this up and let's have a drink out of it.
And we still have your big giant jug of Fireball. It's got like a shot missing from it.
I was talking.
It's gonna be aged.
I was like really talking it up, and then you're like, Doug's
Yeah,
bottle of
yeah.
Fireball.
Giant bottle of Fireball.
Like I said, Doug can go from a tractor
Yeah.
pull to
Cotillion.
That
seems a little creepy.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. He could go for, that seems like there are kids there. Doug doesn't party with kids. He could go from. I like the whole idea of he could go from a tractor pull to a. Guys, tell me something that's fancy that starts
Presidential
with a T.
inauguration.
But it has to start with a T because I like the alliteration.
Presidential
No, not
inauguration.
No, you're drunk. Go home.
T.
If
yeah,
Andrew
whatever.
if Andy the Saint's watching, Andy, I need some guidance. I need a wordsmith.
Some alliteration.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Mrs. Toast is reading something. There's something.
Oh, we're having like this whole ice and scotch debate.
Ah, yes.
I think whatever you got to do to enjoy it.
I think whatever you want to do.
If you have to
Yeah.
bastardize it to enjoy it,
Well,
then drink something
is
else.
water or ice bastardizing it?
Well,
You
ice
know
is
what
you-
you know what
bastardizing.
you
You
sound
want
like?
to you want to put a little
Hey.
splash of warm water in it. That's it. Just the tiniest little splash of
You
warm
know who
water.
Mrs. Toast sounds like? Brad Angove. And you know what Brad Angove says? Hey, buddy.
I think it's Brad Angrove.
Brad Angove. Hey, buddy, you're drinking the wrong beer, buddy.
Yeah.
That's what Mrs. Toast sounds
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
Why are you drinking that scotch on the rocks, buddy?
Yeah, we need the Brad puppet for this. Anyway,
I can get it.
no, that's
Yeah,
fine.
It's way
So
too
when
early.
when Doug comes out and when Dave and Gary are here, we're all gonna and we'll even have Mike drink someone. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be so much fun.
Were you even gonna have Mike drink some?
So we got 4 guys. So we got I keep forgetting. We got Gary, Jim, Doug, Dave, Mike, you and me, Mrs. Toast. I'm sure we'll make an
That's
appearance.
4.
And I'm pretty sure. Just shut up. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be 2 other guys. I think the class is gonna get full. I really do.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Jim Ford from Ohio says, yeah, tell him, Mrs. T. A few drops to cut the alcohol. That's it. It releases the vapors. I'm telling you.
I have the vapors right now.
I know you do. You know what else I think is a good thing to do? Is put mustard on a hamburger. Yep.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. How many people like mustard on a hamburger? Or a hot dog? How many people like ketchup on a hot dog?
Mustard sucks on everything.
See, I knew I'd be able to. So, guys, if you like ice and scotch or Dr. Whatever, if
No,
you got
some people are
if you
refined
got some
enough to know what I'm talking
$350
about.
a glass stuff and you want to put it, I don't care what you want to mix in it.
Aaron
want you to
Cram
enjoy
says
yourself.
mustard sucks too. Yeah, Aaron, power to the people.
The people. It sounds like
People.
it's just you and AA
Yeah.
Ron.
That doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We're people.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Well, guys, so I don't think we really touched on anything I wanted to touch on. But
You did.
we will be judges in the Great Guitar Build-Off. So far, I think we just talked a lot of smack about Big D and that lady.
don't
Oh,
think
I
we
gotta
talked
put
any
the
smack.
Sunday Night Lullaby. It's another Hawk Attack song.
Oh,
It's gonna be
man.
great.
And we probably shouldn't have done that, but we did. And I'm looking forward to seeing who else it will be. I'm pretty sure Ben is going to judge, and maybe some other people. That will be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Reaction videos. This week we're doing one. Okay, it's happening. I am saying right now, Chris, it's happening. Reaction video to some thing on Great Guitar Build Off. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
Well, you're about as stirred up as a cesspool,
We just
mister.
need to. I just always think about the technical aspects of these things.
Technical aspects.
Technical aspect of these things.
Tactical
Tactical. Yeah.
aspects.
And we need to figure out how to do it. And yeah, Dan Thompson told me how to do it.
It's gonna be easy. We're gonna do it just like we did that Mike Learn video. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know how. We're gonna figure
yeah.
it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, and it won't be a thing.
Do you think Dan is
I
competing
get scared of
or judging?
I get scared of a lot of things.
Why?
It's just my nature. And then I figure it out, and I'm like, I don't know, I was scared.
Hey, how's come I was so scared of
Yeah,
that?
Yeah. So.
All right. So Summer NAMM is happening. I don't know who's going. I don't know what's happening with that. Let
that
me
hall
know.
could be half. Can you imagine the beer prices?
We could probably get a good booth at the Summer NAMM show this year, which we won't do.
But then you're stuck there and not having any fun unless
having any
Lita
fun.
Ford has to go to the bathroom.
And Lita Ford isn't at the Summer NAMM show; she's at the Winter NAMM show. Yeah, I think so. That like it would be more fun to just, you know what I would like to do at the Summer NAMM show? Fly in, go see Brian, and then fly out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I don't even need to go to the NAMM show.
It would. I think. In a lot of ways, I think the Summer NAMM show is more representative of
Guitar players.
guitars.
It's definitely
and
more
guitar
guitar
players.
centric. It's very very
yeah,
small.
and so I would like to walk through it, and that would take.
And then you could
Couple
write the whole
hours,
trip off. You
yeah.
could write the whole trip off.
Well, yeah, and then
But then you're not building guitar.
hang out, and then we have maybe just enough connections that we could stay
Maybe.
and fly out the next day.
Maybe.
Because the whole idea, and I've done this before at shows like this, where you fly in the morning, you go to the show, and you fly out at night.
Oh, that's a long
it's
day.
it's
yeah.
it's a long day, and it.
No,
it
I'd rather
sorta
go to the
sucks,
strip
and-
club with all the other
yeah,
wood
you,
guys.
You need
yeah.
some time. The whole idea of that is you need to hang out with your friends for
Mm-hmm.
a minute. So.
Like I said, I'm gonna hold off on going to Summer NAMM. I don't know what's up with my dog. My dog's really old. So anyway.
He's really old.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and wrap this one up. It's been a little over an hour. It's been a lot of fun, even though used to guys tried to
Don't
wreck
say
it.
used to.
Even though used tried to
I
wreck
thought
it.
we did a fantastic job, right?
There's a great condiment debate going on right now.
Yeah.
Condiments.
The strip club. It's all about going to the strip club and making relationships. Hey, that's my buddy. I saw
don't
him act
know
like an
if I
ass
don't
and
have
I
any
got
buddies
shit
at
on
the
him,
strip
so
club.
he's going to give me a good deal on this thing.
What was the
That's
best-
what it's about.
Where was the best strip club you were ever at? Do you even go to those places?
The bus stop.
There was a time when I would go to those places. One of the most fun times I ever had was at a strip club in Grand Junction, Colorado, because there was zero,
Were you
Did you get a
most
face dance?
important?
No,
Customer
it was
of the
just- it was
shift?
way too early, but it was really fun because
Was it Sweatpants Tuesday?
No.
Captain Sweatpants.
yeah.
The best strip joint I ever was at was in Waterloo, Iowa, with a bunch of
Uncle
my
Larry?
relatives,
I think that's-
including Uncle Larry.
That's
yeah.
basically the same thing. Yeah.
It's the same
yeah, we
idea.
could-
If you
Yeah.
want to
we
have
could
fun
talk
at a
about
strip
this all
joint,
night
take a
and be like,
chick.
Yeah.
Yes, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just all about.
No, if you want to have fun at a strip joint, go with my Uncle Larry. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. This is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that life is short. You might as well have a cool guitar. Oh, and if you want a cool guitar, one of ours is at Flipside Music, the great American guitar
music
store.
there.
Gosh, I forgot to mention Ike and Dylan and MJ and the other guy, Nico. Thank you. And if you're in the Denver area, stop by Flipside Music, the great American guitar store, and Ike will give you a big kiss on the mouth if
No, he
you're
won't,
wearing a
actually.
mask. So until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that life is short. You might as well have a cool guitar. And if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel. That's what I did. See you guys in just a few hours. Take care.
A few hours.
Well, I got a lot of